Getting Things Done by David Allen. The art of stress-free productivity. In this world, we're all running ragged sometimes because we got so many things going on. There's so many different things that we need to give our attention to: our health, our fitness, our relationships, our bank balance, our finances, our business, our and so many other errands that we got to run, and birthday celebrations and library books and all this stuff. So many different things that we feel like we're getting pulled in all these different directions, and we're stressed out. We're constantly stressed out, and we feel like we're not able to be productive. So what's the solution? Well, let's talk about the three most important ideas in getting things done. The first is that the mind is not made for storage. Somehow we have this notion that we can put all the things in our mind and keep on accumulating data in our mind and then recollect it and then try to recollect it when we need it. But that's not how it works. The mind is not designed for storage. It's not designed to keep a lot of information in there. It's good for creating ideas, not for storing them. It's great for having ideas, not for storing them. And the story of Einstein: one time one of his colleagues asked Einstein for his phone number, and Einstein did not even remember his own number. So the colleague made fun of Einstein and said, "Hey, how come you don't even remember your own number? You are Albert Einstein, the great physicist." And Einstein said, "Well, why should I remember my number when I can just look it up in a phone book?" And then he just proceeded to look up his phone number in the phone book and tell it to his friend. So a very important lesson, because Einstein was really using his mind for creating great things, for having these great ideas. And that's what we need to sometimes do. We need to stop stop pouring in all this information into our heads and start figuring out ways to, or create systems where we can just store the ideas that we don't need. And the way I like to do it is I just use my Evernote on my phone, and that's where I just save all my information. Anytime I am reminded of something, let's say a library book needs to be returned, just put it in my Evernote. Or let's say I need to pay a certain bill, I'll just put a reminder in my Evernote. Or I come across a new mail that's in my inbox and I have to reply to it, and there are some other actions to be taken. Again, I'll put an Evernote reminder. I need to take care of some real estate issues. Again, a reminder in Evernote. So really understanding that mind is not for storage of ideas. It is for creating ideas. It is for having ideas. The next big idea is to have mind like water. What that means is when you throw a pebble into a lake, what does it do? It just takes the water, assumes the shape of the pebble, and then it just is calm again. When you throw a big boulder into a lake, again, the boulder sinks into the lake. There's a big splash, but then again, the water is calm again. And that's how we need to be. We need to be appropriately engaged with what is in front of us right now. So the higher the importance of the task at hand, the more engaged we need to be, the more involved we need to be. And so while I'm creating this video right now, I am completely in the moment, giving my 100% to this. I'm not thinking about anything else. I have nowhere else to be rather than right here, right now, fully engaged. While if I was doing the dishes or doing laundry at home, I wouldn't be as engaged. I would probably be thinking about other things, and my mind would be wandering. So really important idea, mind like water. We need to be appropriately engaged in order to be stress-free, in order to be highly productive. When we can appropriately engage ourselves in the most important task, we can be extremely productive. The third big idea is to carve out mental space. Now what that means is a lot of the times we are living our lives in gray zone. We have so many different things going on at the same time. So let's say you're working on a really important project, but an email pops up and you open the email and suddenly you click on the link and there you go, and you're doing something completely different instead of focusing on the project that you were supposed to do. And that's not how we can do great things. That's not how we can be productive, because that causes a mishmash. You lose clarity, you lose focus, and there's very little control that you feel in your day-to-day life. So while I'm doing this recording, I have turned off all my wireless connections. I'm completely disconnected. For the 30 minutes, I've carved out this mental space for myself. I'm not thinking about anything else. There are so many other things that I could be paying my attention to. I could be thinking about my health, about my fitness, about my relationships, about my mom's upcoming birthday, or about this cultural event that I need to go to tomorrow, and all the other things that are going on that could be going on. But I said, no, right now I'm going to use my mental space. I'm going to carve out this mental space to do what is most important, which is this recording. And that is how we need to do or operate in our lives, to create the mental space for ourselves in order to be able to produce at the highest level. Now, Having talked about the 3 great ideas from the book, let's talk about the system, the GTD system itself. How does that work? Well, the GTD system is comprised of 5 basic steps, and the first fundamental step is to collect. What that means is anytime there's new information coming in, instead of storing it in our brains, we just collect it in a trusted source. So in my case, the trusted source is Evernote. Whether it's on my phone, whether it's on my computer, I'm always putting the information in my Evernote. I'll take a picture of whatever is important. I'll take any email and I'll mail it to Evernote. I'll take a bill and I'll take a picture and put it in Evernote. Or I could just take a note saying I need to return the library books, or I need to do something like that. Also, you can have a physical inbox where you put all your bills, all the incoming mail, and anything else that needs attention. Of course, another trusted source is your email inbox. So whatever is a trusted source for you, that's where you need to collect. You cannot have 1,000 different trusted sources. You should identify the 3 or 4 key trusted sources and always keep your information, the incoming information, in there. The next step in GTD is to process. Now that you've collected all this information and you have all this information, what you need to do is identify the next step. What is the immediate next step you can take in order to move this thing forward? Really important. So process. The third step is to organize. So what you have to start organizing everything that you have collected and processed. You're going to organize it in different ways. You could organize it in, okay, I need to organize it by different areas of my life, like health, wealth, relationships, finances, business, fun, hobbies, whatever it is. So you organize all that is collected and processed. And then the fourth step is reviewing. Now this is really important. This is probably the key to getting the GTD system to work. What I do is I have a weekly review system on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. I weekly review all these things that I've collected and processed and organized to identify, okay, when am I going to do these actions? And then I put them on the calendar so that I can go to the fifth step, which is to just do those things. So there you have it, Getting Things Done by David Allen.